So everyone hear me. I'm trying to use my proper microphone. I haven't used it in over a year, so I'm not sure how many times it. Today we're continuing our Espeon. This will be starting with VT. I believe I've already made one. Let me check. Good. There's a candy pattern that I really want to make one day. So cute. Last night I was talking about Elden Ring with my brother, right? The school activity. And I told him, yeah, I'm not super caught up on all the lore, but I know there's an 11-hour video that can catch you up. And he said, oh no, there's three 11-hour videos. I will not be watching all of them, but neither did he. So we just catch up with whatever we need to when we need to. The face on your chair is like twice close to the ground as all the other chairs. I'm only 5'3.5". It didn't have to make it worse. Let's say I was looking at some My Melody and Girl Me Kitchen guys, and they make me so happy. My Melody has this super cute, cheerful, pink and white color scheme. It reminds me of like a cake with frosting. And a lot of times people would draw her in plastic Lolita or sweet Lolita to contrast Girl, which is drawn in like plastic Lolita or just regular goth fashion. And that was so cool. This Celia pattern I really want to make once I'm done with Espeon too. It's so pretty. Recently, I was watching Phoebe Doki, and she gives me so much energy. I feel like if you could bottle up Phoebe's energy, you could power like all of New York. You know how we're working on making solar panels more efficient? Just plug one of them into like Phoebe's very large head. I hope I can work with her someday. She seems so much fun. I like how I can really tell that she's having so much fun when she's swimming. And me and her cat have such a fun time just like clapping back and forth. I don't remember what they said once, but I remember like once her chat member was telling her like, "Sweetie, you live at like rock bottom," and she said, "Now I may live at rock bottom, but I didn't bring a pickaxe. I'm not like you." Or her meme reviews, like the one where someone edited her in chat to have a therapy session, which let's be honest, they all need. Or how one of her mods apparently told someone they were going on a date with that they were a TV mod on the first date, and she was like, "Look, you say that on the third date, you say it at all." She was a biggest ad for running away and noticing your flaws. Nowhere else the flaw lawn. There are probably places where it makes sense to have lots of grass because grass grows there normally. Not where I live, not for me. So people just bring in grass and they try to force grass to grow here in neat little squares. And then they're like, "Surprise Pikachu face. Why won't the grass grow in this place where grass is hardly ever found? How come the grass keeps dying?" Well, one, it doesn't naturally grow here that much. Two, a lot of other stuff that does grow here, you're calling weeds and keeping out just because it doesn't look pretty or the way it says so or whatever. Not everybody can afford to get like arrested over a lawn, but I really want more people to do like that thing where you can have your lawn be filled with the species that are supposed to be here, and you can get like certified, or you can fill it with rocks and make it into a little rock garden. Just generally put things back how they're supposed to go. It's an example of like nature was moving along pretty well, and then humans are surprised and they try to put in like houses and lawns. They're like, "Man, why is everything so messed up?" Well, the system was working perfectly fine, and then you messed it up. That's what it was. That doesn't mean that's how it is with everything in nature, though. And saying that as a cop out is very frustrating. Humans aren't a purely negative force on the environment. We can do lots of things to help, like take care of or balance ecosystems. There are lots of birds, for example, that make their homes in human settlements. There are animals that interact with humans to survive. What you need to do is work with the systems that already exist instead of against them. Because if you just say like, "Man, humans are so annoying," and you do nothing, then you actually are a problem. Then you're just dead weight, and we have to work around you because you're just harming the environment and not doing anything to make it better. In other words, stop being a doomer. I was watching Elena cook yesterday from the car, and I thought, like, man, it would be so fun to cook on stream. I want to try and get better at it anyway. That might be something to do in the future. Every time she was making stew, for that she was making deviled eggs. For that she baked the cake blindfolded. I would not have done that. She always has cool outfits too. Our neighbors have dogs. They're very excited as usual. Both some of her more long-time viewers that Camila used to be shy, but with a difficult image to wrap my head around. The faces, but a lot of people I watch, like Moonlight Fool or Iron Mouse, a long time ago, they were so much quieter in their videos. They're more nervous, and over time, they've gotten more and more comfortable. So that kind of makes me think like maybe I'll become here eventually. I also saw that Quinn Bennett showed his normal friends YouTubers all the worrying sites, but he started with Bao and Moon. I guess it's like a vaccination. You can't really get more unhinged than them. But if I was a normie and I saw that, I would be horrified. Maybe I'll create some sort of meme for the next time she be a host over the hot. Because I, for one, would find that very satisfying. I also really hope I can work with other neurodivergent creators like her particularly. Because an idea I've had for a long time is I want us to be able to tell our own stories. Like if we want to like write a book about like neurodivergent characters, we should be able to do that. We should be able to do that for ourselves. And I don't know if they're necessarily interested in writing, but one thing we would probably need for that is funds. You know, we need to make some money. So maybe they can help with that. Something else I've been thinking of doing too is doing like a thing where I'll have people send in their manuscripts or their ideas for a character, and I would like give feedback on them. Say, hey, I think like this could be stronger, or this is this is like the main idea. You know, providing feedback like an editor or a critique partner. I wonder if you could even. I don't know if everybody would want theirs to be read aloud on stage, but if there were some people who were okay with that, maybe we could even do like a stream about it. I'm gonna be asking Avery, where did the idea for this come from? It comes from a lot of places. Number one is just, you know, I want to be able to read about characters like me, and I want it to feel important. I don't want it to just be like accidental, and we're like clinging on to whatever tiny bits of movie representation we can get. Like, I want it to be cool. And um, even when there are characters that probably weren't intended to read as neurodivergent, when they do, and people like us can connect with them. A lot of times, the writers don't know that they don't care about us in real life, and neither do the fans. So they're just like, man, this character is so annoying, or this character is so creepy or quirky. Makes me want to like throw rocks. And around it comes. I told my mom I wanted to be a coffee singer. She would get some tea, which on its own sounds great, but a lot of tea has caffeine. So I was like, hmm. Speaking of my mom, throw me in my melody. That's pretty much how it looks whenever we hang out together. I wouldn't be able to see it. I haven't figured out how that would work yet, but I might do some drawing with her if you want to see. I'm sorry, my brothers are playing League of Legends in the next room. Just have a moment of silence. We're almost on the first play. I bet you like that. How's that? This is sweetie. She was trying to figure out what the opposite of feminized was, and she said, "What's the masculine for you?" I know. I'm about to go download League of Legends. I'm pretty low energy myself, but really, really so much chaos. I feel like one of those little flowers you can put on the dashboard of a car and it soaks up the solar energy. I feel like she really has so much energy. I can like absorb it from her. All right. Just fill it up a little bit and by far my favorite meme entry ever is the one that's like the scariest creatures on the internet. Number one, Kiwi's white. It just describes all the Bowser pics that she like with alliteration. Like you may have seen this picture. You may have seen this picture and you're recommended on YouTube somewhere I don't remember or inside your walls. But as if this being wasn't horrifying enough, here are what she likes on Twitter. Even worse than lawns, somehow golf courses. Imagine if you took a lawn and you made it even bigger. You put like sand, but you don't let things grow in it. You just it doesn't serve any purpose to the environment. People just walk around hitting balls on it. I live next to multiple golf courses, so I have used with them. Liquid natural gas. Hey guys, you know how gas is terrible for the environment? What if we made it even worse? What if we said it was somehow needed? Ho ho ho. The stupidity is very frustrating, but like they know it's stupid. They just don't care. They just want your money. So if you were telling like average people like this is what LNG is, this is why it's stupid, this is why fossil fuels are stupid, that makes sense. But like don't worry about telling that to the people creating it because they know what it does. They just don't care. I'm really excited for the new shows I remember. They look like they might be a zombie with the little stitches on the face. I've been trying to draw a cute zombie for a while. I haven't found the right vehicle for it yet, but I'm working on it. Also on the to-do list is a kind of snow princess character, a kind of Baltic princess character. Not necessarily like a literal princess, but having super fancy clothes and accessories. It's just so much fun to draw. Now we're starting on this leg. You know, elephant transformation power in Super Mario Wonder. A little while ago, I would see fans talking about how much they enjoyed it. It'd be like, "Joke's on you, I like this power." And I thought that was just a fandom thing. I thought it was just the internet being the internet. But then I looked it up, and there's that thing where Bowser is giving like normal Peach a flower, and then he gives Elephant Peach a whole bouquet of flowers. So like, I guess we have that now. I wonder if that lowers Chewy's chances, though. It doesn't exactly look like an elephant. Still, it's me. Love Kitty's videos where she goes through her fans' weirdest crushes. And I still remember the one where one of their weirdest crushes was just in the anthropomorphized Dr. Pepper logo, which if you're not online, you would probably think that very weird. But she is. If she's like, that's your weirdest crush, Kevin is letting you in without even a background check. You are going straight through the pearly gate. They're not even going to stop you. Would it shock you to learn that most others went to hell? Some of them she only put in heaven because it was getting kind of empty. But then you have things like the horse from Spirit or Nina the dog, or most horrifying at all, some bizarre pink VTuber named Kibidoki. Now I see why she put up that footage of a cross for no apparent reason. I remember once Mousy had an outfit design contest, another time she had a mascot design contest. Those are the kind of things I would love to do because I love just to do in different people, like the prompt and interpret it in different ways. Like maybe it's just draw a cute little creature to represent chat, or maybe it's something more specific, like draw, I don't know, a post-apocalyptic character, but that means different things to different people. It's also just fun to see all the different ideas people come up with. I want to draw this in your style too. It's fun to take someone else's character and see how they would look if you drew them. You know, Hana does a bunch of videos like that. I might do it too. It's also be fun to teach stuff like teaching the vtubers how to crochet. Will it work? Only time will tell. They somehow survived camping outdoors for 24 hours, so maybe they can survive sticking a hook through some yarn. No, Pokemon Sword and Shield, you know the fossil Pokemon? Something I didn't know as the game was coming out, but I found out later was some people thought those were just like random. They were thought they thought they were just like made up and didn't understand why they looked the way they did. And it's because of Britain's history with paleontology, which at least in the early days is very messed up and involves a lot of putting things together the wrong way, accidentally or on purpose. So that's why they look like they're insane or they're like ugly or whatever, because we all messed up. I think that's why the scientist lady's name is Carol Liss, too. She's very careless. At least she's not making things up to show off. Paleontologists did that a lot back in the day when it was harder to prove that you weren't lying. And there unfortunately still are a lot of people doing that now. One thing I really want to do, one thing I really want is have a dinosaur named after me. I think that would be really cool. One of those entrepreneurs. That's else I'm trying to draw is my own kind of cute round character. I was looking at the designs of some real characters and how they tend to be pretty simple and round. Sort of look friendly. I don't mind to be a cat. My own cat has a very round shape with a capital R, so that's something I'm going to capture. But I want it to look more like doughy. It's like a little cute, like how plastic and low cost. This one is really low. I want the cat though, not round, not doughy. Looks more like, as my mom put it, some kind of cubist painting. He's got really big ears and feet like a rabbit and a really long tail like a rat. But he's got little flaps of skin, like where his legs attached to his body like a sugar glider. His nose also twitches like a bunny. He climbs and clings onto things like a monkey. He cuddles like a baby. I'm not sure if he realizes he is a cat who acts like some kind of mashup of 10 different animals. I wonder if I could work with onigiri one day. That's like the dream. One of my brothers, not the same one I've been talking about, a different one, he also loves to cook. So I wonder if she would join us for cooking one day. I love the color scheme of Project Melody's model. The blue and purple are really calming. Adding the white reminds me of Super Queen machinery, which fits with her whole industrial cyberpunk aesthetic. I never do collab with Mousy. Pink is also my favorite color, and I also love hearts. So your eyes are going to be seeing green by the end of our collaboration. Your eyes get really used to one color. They sort of start to see the complementary color. There's this thing that's painting of the American flag that plays with this. But if you look at like pink or red for too long, you start seeing like green when you blink and look away. I love Mousy's Candy Princess model too. It's so cute with the pearls and the swooshy skirt, the hair. I love how sometimes when she's telling a story, her editor will just cut to live action pictures of mice. I didn't realize that drawing like anthropomorphized characters or characters that represent a broad concept like nighttime. I can I don't have to worry about how other people would draw them. I can draw them looking like representing what that means to me. For example, there's a character I really like who I still unfortunately haven't named who represents nighttime, the moon, stars, sleeping. And to me that's a really comforting, peaceful time. So that was how I do it. She's one of my favorites now. I feel like you may Hajime's new outfit, by the way, ponytail. It's so good. All right. And leg one done. Now put on the tail. One of my favorite Mousy streams ever is the one where she had her fans help her buy decorations for her new house. I think I've watched that video like 6 times with the bread pillow, the Nicholas Cage body pillow, the mini fridge that they said to put a certain kind of milk in, pink cherry blossom scented philosophy, a gremlin stuffy is this, but she opens up the pages of items, and the first item is a gremlin. And they're like, oh, the actual size of you. The rice cooker because her mom was the last one to iron mice, to keep the blanket. I can't find this stuff. I kind of feel like I don't know if her fans have a fan base name, but I feel like the Iron Mouse fans like sat there like refreshing the food until like 2 a.m. going, what's the most first thing I can buy her? It's just weird. The ads been getting weirder and weirder lately. Like the Jolly Rancher ads, the huge fruit flavor presented by actual fruit fruit. Or like every Reese's commercial ever just grates on my nerves. I guess they kind of work because here I am talking about them, but like I don't want to buy them. I want to like back away slowly. Person I'd love to work with one day, Randy Troy. I first encountered him as a One Piece tuber, obviously, but he's also a writer. Like for movies, he loves writing. He talks about it a lot, and that's something I'm also interested in. His intros are hilarious. For a long time, I thought that scene that plays during his intros was like for a special boss fight or something, and then I found out no, it's just Frankie's theme. That's the song that plays for Frankie. No wonder he created it on the spot because the song was so cool. All right. One is the tail piece is done. We're going to need two. Going more recently too. It's really fun. I took a break from it, so it was worried I wouldn't remember how, but I did. That's something I probably want to do here soon. I love Ellie's outfit where she does like the casino heist and she gets this super fancy dress and the curly hair. Like the amount of detail, it's crazy. I love how her usual hair is a really bright red too. It's really striking. The sewing project I'm making right now is relatively simple. It's just a bed. I really want to get into making more clothes for myself. So it might not be easy though, so I'm trying to practice more in the meantime. Generally just get back into sewing. That's the goal that I have. I love to look at fancy dresses like tiered skirts and blouses and stuff, but they can be super expensive to buy. If I made them, well, that could be fun, but it could also be a lot more manageable. One suggestion I saw was making them out of bed sheets. Because bed sheets come with tons of material, like yards and yards, and you can buy them super, super cheap, especially at thrift stores. So I have some nice fabric I really want to use, but I would probably practice something else first. Speaking of branded joy, one of my favorite music is either 1085 or 1086. One Piece chapter 1085 or 1086 is the one where they meet Mimu, who's talking in the third person, and then his chat member Ty comes in and is like, "Hello, Captain. I was inspired by Emu to speak in the third person today." And then someone else just starts drawing looking familiar. Remember once we mentioned a Pi Wild in his stream. And if that's the Pi Wild I'm thinking of, I may understand why he rarely makes music. Because he's always watching One Piece too. Clear use of his time, honestly. It would be fun to have the same people coming back like every week. Like how Randy has Very Motivated or Ty. I don't know if they've met in person, but it's almost like having like a terrible friend. Loving the cyclothon streams where people would send in their donations and be read out to the beautiful Japan countryside. Like, say, Connor, have you ever heard of the critically acclaimed MMORPG Final Fantasy XIV? Or, hey, Connor, the therapist. Sorry, chat's been so annoying to you today. Anyway, did you ever hear of the critically acclaimed MMORPG Final Fantasy 14? It might not be a cyclothon, but it would be really fun to do a fundraiser like that one day. And it's just, hold on. It's been like 4 years since Hollow Knight's newest debuted. It feels like it was yesterday. Kawaii was actually my first VTuber. I do love the dress I'm wearing today. It makes me think of Valentine's Day. Not even joking, there's a rose that's like the exact color that this is in real life. You can see it. Well, this just looks even worse, but in person, it's a really pretty, almost white lilac. There actually is a variety of rose that looks like that. Another fun thing about roses, they're so silly. They look almost like they're a pretty dress already. I do also love cosmos, though. I grew those ones. I didn't know they could come in like light and hot pink. They were so pretty. They grow so tall. What about after watching a lot of doll customizers is I just like drawing for fun. I don't necessarily have to worry about if everything I'm drawing like fits together in a cohesive universe. I can just draw whatever I want to draw. And if I want to make like a series that belongs together, like how the light bulb has like the rainbow series of dolls, that's one thing. But I don't have to do that. I think I need that reminder sometimes. No, it's okay to just enjoy myself while I'm drawing. It's almost like a classic game. Like there's like a world where like anything can happen and you meet all these different kinds of characters. Super interested in the world building side of things. I don't want to like have to create a bunch of rules they have to follow. I just like getting to draw whatever I want. So even if I turn what I'm creating into a professional thing, I don't think I'll make it super lore heavy. So it'll just be something to have fun with. I love getting to draw characters that look completely different or just like that I can have lots of fun with. But I want to use that to show like, hey, other people are really cool. There's all this cool stuff outside. There's an experience I had going to an event at my school once where I was like, wow, everyone here is so kind. Other people are so interesting. And that's the feeling I want to pass on. Now, not this time, but another time, we are going to put some craft wire in here so we can pose it. For now, we're just going to fasten off. And that should be all for today.